I'm glowing, it's not my aura. I've got a seance happening behind me. Hi, I want to talk about my summer knitting plans today, or at least start to plan them with you, because it's already the end of June and time is ticking. We don't have much summer in Scotland and I want to get started on some summer knits as soon as possible. So I want to talk about what I've been inspired by, what I want to start knitting, and trends that I've seen that I really like the look of and want to make for myself. So the first thing is something that I actually need to get started on pretty swiftly, because I want to make a little top to wear to a festival I'm going to in about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. The pattern that I want to do, I'm pretty set on this pattern, is the new mermaid top that Earth by Morg has just put out at the end of May. I've seen a few people recreate this. It's a crochet pattern, and being crochet, it should be quite fast to come up, fingers crossed. It's got a halter neck with a tie at the front and a nice flowy, not peplum, but below the waist it flows out, and I think that would be so pretty for a festival. And I know this is ambitious, but if I have time, matching shorts would be so cute. I already have yarn that I'm going to use for it. This is something that I picked up a few months ago. It is Rico Design Creative Cotton Camouflage in the shade 1. This is 200 grams here, so I only have the one, but I think this would be more than enough to make a tiny little top. This is an acrylic and cotton blend, which surprises me because at the time I thought I was buying something that's 100% cotton. I bought this at a time when I was really influenced by the sweaters that are self-striping that I saw a few knitters were doing, and also brands like Weekday have put out, and I really wanted to make one myself, but I didn't want to make it in the same green and mustard tones. So I was hunting and hunting, but most self-striping yarn seems to be 100% acrylic or polyester, and I'm not really interested in that. So I ended up buying this, which is quite a muted pink, orange and like beige self-striping mix. It's got a picture on the side of what it should look like. I'm going to use this because I have it, and hopefully it'll look nice when it's worked. I'm not sure if it'll be too muted for my tastes, but I have it and I want to use it. I handmade a top for the last festival I went to. I handmade a Lana Del Rey top to wear to Primavera to see her, and I really enjoyed the process of having an event to work to, but I don't think I'm going to be wearing that Lana Del Rey top out and about like just every day, whereas I think this top could be really nice for like beach days or for a bikini. So I'm gonna get started on that pretty imminently. The next thing I want to make, I've been so inspired by all the boat neck patterns that have come out recently. I think they mimic a boat neck trend that's happening in the fashion world overall. I've seen a lot of tops from places like Motel and Weekday have boat necks, and I for one, like, I love a boat neck. I think it's so flattering. I find that sometimes like a lower neck can make my shoulders feel quite bulky, and a boat neck is like one of the few tops that I'll wear that'll be sleeveless and I'll be happy with. I don't know if you could quite call this a boat neck, but I really like this kind of cut. So I think I would get a lot of wear out of knitting something like that. There's been a few patterns that have come out recently that fit the bill of this. There's the Audrey top, well that's more of a halter neck, but I still really like the look of that. That's by Petite Knit. My Favourite Things Knitwear has put out camisole number 10 that I really like the look of. I've also just finished cardigan number 9 by My Favourite Things Knitwear, and I really enjoyed the way that the pattern was written, so I would quite like to knit another thing by them. But I think the winner for me, and the one I will end up buying, is this one. I think it's by Paula Strict. I think it's called Sabai. It's very similar to camisole number 10, but it's got a really nice ribbing detail along the neckline that I really enjoy. In terms of the colour, this is where I've got so many options. I'm really enjoying horizontal stripes. I've been looking on Vinted for something, some kind of like little cami top that's got horizontal stripes, but I think they're so popular that I can't find one. There's this one boat neck top by Motel that's got this really nice green and pink and white striping, and I've also seen a few knits pop up on my Instagram Explore page that have been pink and green, and I love that colorway. But then I'm also thinking, is that just going to be a trend that I'm not going to wear next summer? So I'm trying to like future-proof it. Maybe a stripe isn't the best option. I might maybe wait until next summer to see if I still like stripes and how I feel about them for me to like commit to making a summer knit. My other option is to do some sort of intarsia design or pattern. I know it's been really popular with baby tees for them to have a big design on the front, and I like that look too. So I'm thinking maybe like an upside down star or something cute would be nice for that. I'm really inspired by Bugnet on Instagram, the way that they incorporate designs on the front of their knits. I think it'd be amazing. I think they have lots of flowers and floral designs. If I could find some sort of intarsia pattern, or what do they call them? Like that website bracelet book that has lots of alpha patterns, that's the word. If I can find one that would match the design for the boat neck top, I think that would be so nice to have some sort of detail and have it not just be a block knit. For yarn, I would use Drops Bell for this because I've used that in the past. I used that to make my Lana Del Rey top, and I had a really good experience working with that. I think it's cotton, linen and viscose. It's so affordable. It was like £1.80 per bowl, and I used something like 4 bowls of like 50-gram skeins to make my Lana Del Rey top, and it was really easy to knit up. It's also been through the washing machine and looks no worse for it. So I think that's definitely the yarn I will be choosing, which kind of limits my colours. I know they only have one shade of red. I would love to do a red. I only have 1 or 2 red tops in my closet right now, and I reach for them a lot, so I would definitely get the use out of a red if it was the right shade. So that's the plan for the boat neck top. I definitely want to make it in a nice bright summer colour because I have so many white tops that I think it would be really good to put my efforts into something more fun. While we're on the topic of bugnet, actually, I am so inspired by their Instagram. I would love to create something along those lines and really challenge myself to do something without a pattern. They have a lot of tops that are more off the shoulder with a lot of ribbing, like right up to the bust, and obviously these really beautiful floral designs on them. I think it'd be really fun. I don't know if this is more of like a maybe idea of me to just try my first self-drafted pattern. Well, not fully self-drafted, like obviously inspired by Bugnet, but to try and make something along those lines for myself. I think they look really high end. Now the last thing might not seem summer appropriate, and it probably isn't for most people, but I live in Scotland, and even today at the end of June it's like 18 degrees and cloudy, so I do still get a lot of wear out of sweaters in the summer, unfortunately. So I would like to knit a sweater. I've just finished knitting a cardigan with Drops Alpaca Silk, and I am so impressed with that yarn. It is so soft, and I have really sensitive skin, so every time I work with wool it's always a bit of a risk if I'm going to find the finished object too itchy to wear. It's the reason I will never ever touch mohair, because I know that it's just too much of a lottery. But Drops Alpaca Silk is just, it's been so nice to wear that cardigan so far. I knitted that cardigan with 1 strand of the alpaca silk on 5mm needles, but while I had the yarn and I was doing gauge swatches, I also knitted up a swatch of the yarn held double with 6.5mm needles. I'll show you it here. I hope this will get across how soft and buttery it is. It looks like mohair in my opinion, and it's just so nice to the touch. I'm also really inspired by the colour palette that this alpaca silk is being sold in. There are some really nice, beautiful bright summer colours, and I've seen again some stuff on my Instagram Explore page of a few knitters knitting ombre jumpers in hot pinks and baby pinks and peaches and oranges, and I would love to do that. I also think it's going to be such a nice project to work on towards the end of the summer as we go into like August and September and the weather starts getting colder, and I'll already have like one really nice jumper that is brightly coloured and would be so lovely to wear, and then I'll be able to have it for like all of the winter. So I definitely think that's going to be something that I work towards at the end of the summer. Yeah, let me know what you're working on. Let me know if there's anything I should add to my to knit wish list, and I'll see you soon. Bye.